What's up? It's your boy Pop from Hobo Skateboard Shop back again with the rest of the day. It is still Sunday. It is still your fanboy fix of the week. And you are getting the 3 for 1 this week because just catching up on missing out on a lot of vlogging and updates, video posting from the last couple of weeks. So truthfully, I lost track myself, but that's besides the point because today is Sunday, and like I said last time, I was gonna be giving Netflix Luke Cage show reviews. So, and also I'm gonna be giving the Flash season 2 show reviews, which is old now, but it's new to me. So, and because of that reason, I'm gonna try my best not to give out any major spoilers. Okay. All right. Let's start with what I promised you, which was Luke Cage. Okay, and I'm actually on the third episode because normally I binge watch these things just like any other respectable fanboy would, but I'm gonna try different this time. I'm gonna try to keep stay in suspense so I can always have something to do for the week and to give something to talk about. But in the previous episodes, which was 1 and 2, we got introduced to the main characters, which was, of course, Luke Cage, Misty Knight, the ones that we know of in the comic, and apparently the villain of the story is the neighborhood thug, because this is all take place in Harlem, New York City, and the neighborhood thug, bad guy, is Cottonmouth. And we get the history of all those guys throughout the TV show. So yes, so apparently in the first episode you got introduced to Luke Cage and his jobs and what he got to do, which is working at a local barbershop, which is Pop's Barbershop, which is a guy that took him in, who actually, when he married his daughter, and after his Luke Cage's wife, which is Pop's daughter, died, which they do not explain how or why. That's just the premises of the story. They had a bond that formed from there. Okay, so fast forward up to season 2, when not season 2, I'm sorry, episode 2, when we had a little conflict of interest with a deal that went horribly wrong doing a business transaction, I should say, when it came to Cottonmouth and another let's just say sketchy character in the episode named Diamondback. All right, so that was a little transaction that perspired but didn't go according to plan because some treachery was afoot. People got hurt, and people was getting searched for, and a lot of people died. A couple of people died. Okay, so which brings us to season why do I keep saying season? Episode 2. Cottonmouth is trying to figure out what's going on, where his money is at, and who did this hit on him. So once they found out who that was, okay, apparently, like any other crook would do, they want revenge on this. So they go search these people down and whatever. And in the midst of all of this, Pop, who ended up being, an old friend of Cottonmouth's, they have, some history that they explain in episode 2, that, how Cottonmouth and Pop from the barbershop, not this Pop, in the Luke Cage show, how they have some kind of history. And with that said and done, poor Pops gets caught in the middle of all of this and tragically ends up getting hurt by one of Cottonmouth's goons. Yes. Now Luke Cage is pissed and he wants action and satisfaction. So that car's going down the wrong street. But anyway, so now he's trying to figure out a way to clean up this mess, I should say, but also his real, I guess I should say his real purpose of doing this is also paying Cottonmouth back, who we think is responsible for all of this, but he doesn't know for sure. It's just, a strong possibility. And also, trying to help keep Pop's barbershop open at the time. So they also need to find money and ways to make this happen. So yes, now you're wondering, now that Luke Cage know that Misty Knight is actually a detective, and the relationship that they had, brewing up from season 1 that was hot and heavy, he kind of, looks at her with a side eye. So now that he knows, her purpose and what she does for a living, anything like that, they're kind of on the outskirts, I should say, where they don't fully trust each other. But Misty Knight has a strong idea. She doesn't know for sure of Luke Cage's powers, all right, and his abilities. But she's still not 100% sure. And the only people that do know at this point that we know of is Pops and a neighborhood kid named Chico that works as a barber in Pop's barbershop, who was also part of the little bad business transaction that went through. So there you have it. All right. And that's all I'm going to give you right now. I'm just going to say that this episode is gaining a lot of steam. It is picking up, and I am enjoying it more and more. It is putting me on the edge of my seat, and it is also letting you doing a good job of explaining the history and origins of the characters, main characters. Talk about it. The Flash is from season 2, episode 1. Is that, yes, they picked up where they left off at. Everybody in the city is basically looking at Flash as a hero. Now the city is and mayors want to congratulate him and honor him as a hero of. But Barry is kind of still on the fence of like he's not really the hero they think he is, because he think that he had didn't have much to do with it, and the people that should get credit for it are not getting credit for it, which were his friends that helped him out throughout all of this. And that one, and I love it when they add other elements, other characters from the comic book to these shows, because yes, we find out how a little bit about Firestorm, and he ends up in his fate in all of this. All right, so, and what happened with the Reverse Flash and all of that. So now everything, Barry is feeling all this weight on his shoulders and all of this, but he is still the Flash. The thing is, now he doesn't want to include his friends when it comes to battling these metahumans, because he doesn't want any more of his friends to get hurt. Okay, but of course his friends are his friends, and they still do what they can to help him. So in this episode, they end up fighting a giant metahuman that can absorb radioactive whatever. It's Atom Smasher. Okay, so Atom Smasher's in this, if you didn't know, and I hope that wasn't too much of a spoiler, but Yes, he actually looks pretty good. I actually like the way they did Adam Smasher in this one. The thing is that last time I checked, Adam Smasher was a good guy. All right, so without giving out any more major spoilers, okay, Flash season 2, episode 1 and 2, were great, and also in that you don't see the end of the Reverse Flash or him as the professor. He does make a little appearance and give some vital information to help Barry and his endeavors of freeing his father from jail. So that's that. I guess, with the last little bit of whatever feelings that he had for Barry and the Flash, because he is from the future, Reverse Flash from the future. So yeah, there you go. And of course, on top of that, they are introducing more and more people from the future in these episodes. So once again, I'm also at the edge of my seat and biting my teeth, or nails or tongue or whatever you bite to contain your excitement to try to see the next episode, because I could binge watch this one too, is that I won't do it. All right, so I am waiting to see episode 3 because it was another speedster from the future that got introduced, and we're gonna find out who it is. All right, so until then, hey man, I hope y'all checking these Luke Cage out, and yes, like I said before, they are great shows so far, so good, and they are doing an awesome job. By the way, with Luke Cage, the music selection that they are putting in that show, awesome. All right, yeah, I haven't been disappointed yet. When I first heard about them making a soundtrack or music selections of it, I was really, really finicky about it. I was really afraid of it. But now, Faith Evans, Raphael Sadiq has been in it. They even played some old Wu-Tang in it. I'm been loving it. And it was one music artist in there that I really don't know, but man, he threw down. I got to find out who that was, and that's what I'm gonna do. Besides going here to open up the skateboard shop and talk to you guys later. This is your boy Pop from Hobo Skateboard Shop. This is Sunday. This was your weekly fanboy fix, and I am out. This was the third video because, yeah, all of that other stuff happened. Okay, so I'm gone. I'm gonna get the day started. 2 fingers.